KCB's pre-tax profits rose by 35% in the first quarter to 3.4 billion shillings. Net interest income grew by 36% to 6.9 billion, while net loans and advances were 26% higher, rising to 195 billion shillings off growth in the mortgage sector, SMEs and the corporate sector. Provision for bad debts was up by 21% to 509 million shillings, with a strong emphasis on recovering bad loans. NIC Bank pre-tax profits rose 29% to just over $1 billion shillings between January and March, boosted by a rise in interest income that more than doubled to 2.7 billion shillings from 1.3 billion shillings in the first quarter. Provisions for bad debts shot up from 8.9 million shillings in the first quarter last year compared to 66.5 million shillings in the first quarter this year. The bank plans to raise 2 billion shillings through a rights issue for two purposes: boosting its capital ratio and building reserves for expansion. It plans to invest 961 million shillings in setting up a new unit in Uganda. 85% of the country's loan book is concentrated around the country's top 6 banks, and in that portfolio, only 4.5% of those loans were toxic in January, a slight rise from 4.4% in December last year. Should the situation change, Treasury and the IMF say Kenyan banks have enough capital to absorb a rise in non-performing loans, but the limit would be to 6% of the total portfolio. The key risks lie elsewhere. Smaller and mid-tier banks like NIC and Diamond Trust Bank are facing higher costs of funding, and closer supervision by the central bank is recommended. For Newsnight Business, I'm Joanne Wairimu.